Please take a moment to silence all electronic devices as we will begin momentarily. Good afternoon. In keeping with one of the oldest traditions in military service, we pay special tribute to Chief Master Sergeant Vicente Ben Cruz Jr. on the occasion of his retirement from active duty after 30 years and 1 month of faithful and honorable service. Officiating today's ceremony is Colonel Frank A. Flores, Commander, Pacific Air Force Support Center, Joint Base Elmendorf, Richardson, Alaska, accompanied by his wife, Mrs. Georgie Flores. And I am Technical Sergeant Daniel Dela Cruz, and I will be your narrator for today's ceremony. This ceremony is a means to say thank you to Chief Master Sergeant Cruz for his faithful service and to wish him good fortune in his future endeavors and bid a heartfelt farewell as he transitions into Air Force retirement. Through this transition, we must remember that military retirement is not the end, but simply an extension of his active duty career. As a retired Air Force member, he will always continue to serve and always remain a valuable part of the Air Force community, long after he has hung up his uniform. As many of us here would certainly agree, that memories of Chief Master Sergeant Cruz will remain here at JBER and go with the many he has mentored and touched as we continue on with our careers. Please stand for the arrival of the official party and remain standing for the presentation of colors, the singing of our national anthem by Chief Master Sergeant Cruz's daughter Jade, and the invocation by Chaplain Jesus Navarrete.
Present the colors.
And by color. Change. Hut. Port. On. Forward. Arch. Colors. Halt. Present. On.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallant
forward, on, colors, colors turn, part,
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, may everything we do begin with your inspiration, continue with your help, and reach perfection under your guidance. And today we pray especially for Vicente Cruz, his military service that is at the end and is safe. We are grateful for the service he has given to the Air Force, all of the sacrifices that he has made for his country, his leadership, his guidance, his friendship. Bless him and bless Regina, Desiree and Kate, and all of his friends and family members as they experience also this special passage of their lives. Grant him confidence, peace and direction during this time of transition and equip them to meet the challenges of the future. And as Francis says, when we are tired, give us energy. When we are angry, give us patience. When we are under stress, give us balance, so that we can discharge our duties with renewed dedication. And let us be a model for those who follow us. And we ask all of this in your holy name.
Thank you, J. Bear Honor Guard, Chaplain Navarrete, and Jade for that wonderful rendition of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Before we begin, allow me to extend a special welcome to our distinguished guests in attendance today. Please hold all applause until all have been introduced. We welcome Chief Master Sergeant Cruz's family and friends, his wife, Regina Cruz, his daughters, Desiree and Jade, and grandson, Caden, and longtime friend, co-workers, Senior Master Sergeant Ronald Robinette and Tech Sergeant Gary Hicks. Not able to attend today are Chief Master Sergeant Cruz's father, Vicente B. Cruz Sr., his mother, Guadalupe L. Muffness, and his father and mother-in-law, Tony and Lena Terlahi, to include his son, Corey J. Estacchio. But also joining us today here is Colonel J. Sparrow, Vice Commander, 3rd Wing. Chief Master Sergeant Gay Ville, Command Chief, 11th Air Force. Chief Master Sergeant David Wolf, Command Chief, 3rd Wing. Chief Master Sergeant Gary Berry, Command Chief, 673rd. Colonel Michael Merritt, Commander, 3rd Maintenance Group. Mr. Jeffrey Ransom, Deputy Director of Maintenance, 3rd Maintenance Group. Chief Master Sergeant Darrell Levinek, Chief Enlisted Manager, 3rd Maintenance Group. And additionally, we welcome all commanders, deputies, chiefs, first sergeants, supervisor, friends, and family of Chief Master Sergeant Cruz. It is my honor and privilege to introduce the presiding official, Colonel Frank A. Flores, Commander, Pacific Air Force Regional Support Center.
Colonel Sparrow, Colonel Chief Wolf, Chief Barry, Colonel Merritt, Mr. Ransom, Chief Lineski, Commanders, Chiefs, men and women of the 3rd Maintenance Group and 3rd Maintenance Squadron, and most of all, Chief Cruz's wife, Regina, and his daughters, Desiree, Jade, and his grandson, Caden. Welcome to today's ceremony. And Chief, thank you for allowing me to do this. It is such an honor and a privilege to officiate this ceremony. Thank you. So 30 years is a long time, and a long time to dedicate your life to anything. And today we say farewell to a proud maintenance professional, an incredible airman warrior and a tireless senior leader who has had a profound impact on airmen, on maintainers around the world, and on maintenance air organizations throughout the Air Force. Chief Cruz is absolutely one of the best ever. First, let me tell you how I met the Chief. I'm originally from the beautiful island of Guam, and a little less than 2 years ago I was attending an Airman Leadership School graduation in this building, in fact in this room. When I noticed a man who I said he looked Chamorro. Chamorro are the natives of the island. And as you know, people from Guam, very good looking. The men are unusually handsome, right, honey? And I thought to myself, can't be a coincidence. There are two unusually handsome men at this event. That has to be from Guam. So the chief introduced himself and told me that he was from Guam, and we've known each other ever since. Now, to understand the chief and who he is, you have to understand where he's from. He's from the island of Guam. He's from Deyo Guam, a large village in the northern part of the island. His mom was a nurse for 50 years, and his dad was a civil servant, supporting a supply depot. Chief excelled in football, soccer, volleyball, earning all island honors in each sport, and was an extremely good baseball player, and played in many all-star tournaments, playing off island, though when the Chiefs played the Colonels in softball recently, I'm not going to say who won, but many of the Chiefs sure could have used those all-star skills, and in fact, one of the Chiefs had written on the back of his shirt the word athlete. I'm not going to say which Chief, but it was a good game. And as I wrote these remarks, I really tried to understand who Chief Cruz was, and I know he's an incredible airman, an incredible leader, an inspirational mentor, and a man who embodies what we on the island call the Chamorro spirit. And it's a spirit that lifted a people through the trials and tribulations of World War II during Japanese occupation. It's a never-die spirit, a humble demeanor, but a spirit that's ready to fight when it's time to fight. And it's a spirit of help and support, and in the Chamorro language, we use the word inafamaulik, and that means to make others better, to help others, to selflessly improve others. And Chief Cruz embodies this Chamorro spirit. The Chief started his career in 1986, joining the Air Force right after graduation. And when he was at graduation, he was amazed at how many young airmen drew attention to themselves and got in trouble. Chief said, I need to do what I need to do to get by, and did very well. Graduated from basic training and went to technical training at Chinook Air Force Base in Illinois, where he learned to be an environmental systems specialist, and this is where he got his first case of snow. And for people from the island, snow is a novelty. It is pretty cool. So he doesn't realize that when snow sticks to the ground, it creates a slippery surface. So he went out running in the snow, slipped on his bottom, but absolutely enjoyed the snow. And while at tech school, he gets one of the things that stood out in his mind was the total force integration. One of his classmates was a guardsman, and he really treasured that experience in working with the guardsmen. Next, the chief heads to Dover Air Force Base, Delaware, where he works in the Field Maintenance Squadron environmental shop. And here he becomes an expert at troubleshooting, and really appreciated a lot of the military and civilian personnel who took him under his wing. Plays flag football, winning 2 base championships, and he takes his first deployment to Sotocano, Honduras. And he lives in very, very meager accommodations. Late in '89, the chief heads to Osan Air Base, where he works with the U-2 surveillance aircraft, and he enjoys the Korean culture. He loves the food, and he takes advantage of being pretty close to home and visits Guam fairly often while he's out there. And there he's motivated by 2 future chiefs, who are master sergeants at the time, Raymond Holland and Daniel Romero, and then David Benson. And the chief and David Benson were a part of a volleyball duo, and the name of their team was Bad, and they used to beat everybody on the base. Does an outstanding job, and his performance reports talk about how he corrected weak training areas, earning 100% for quality assurance, and he's always making things better. And as I looked at his records, always making things better, driving the team to excellence. Again, inafamaulik. The chief heads to Kelly Air Force Base, San Antonio, Texas, to be in an Air Force Material Command depot next. And it's here where Desiree is born. Here he puts on staff sergeant and makes tech sergeant after missing tech by 2 points. But he argues that a decoration that he was awarded wasn't counted towards his score, and he actually wins the argument. It's the retroactive rank in the pay. And while he's here, he absolutely loves his job. He rewires the T-38, performs a significant upgrade to that weapon system, and absolutely loves working with the weapon system. Next, the chief gets his first taste of Alaska. And he almost left the Air Force at that point because he had an assignment to Kadena, and that assignment was canceled. Did not want to go to Alaska at first, but realized after being told that the outdoor life here is incredible, that it was a pretty good deal. Jade is born in 2002, and the Chief just eats up the outdoors here. And in 2000 and 2001, in true Olympic fashion, he is the Alaska State Bow Hunter Freestyle Champion for the entire state. And he's a big bow hunter today as we speak. And the Chief's a competitor. If you know him, he competes, does not like to lose. Hated losing that softball game. But he did lose that softball game, about 8 to 13 points. And I remember playing that game, and I was running to second, and I had a big smile on my face. May have been 1 Colonel versus 8 Chiefs, but we were winning. And for the first time in a long time, we were winning that game. And as I'm smiling and running towards second base, the Chief looks over at me and he says, "What the heck are you smiling at?" At that assignment, he puts tech, makes Master Sergeant, works on the flight line, works ISO inspections or scheduled aircraft maintenance inspections, and he works in the 517th Airlift Squadron, supporting the C-130H model. And he's selected to help investigate an aircraft fire mishap, and he actually discovers the root cause of the incident, determining that during system upgrades, the grounding points weren't technical order compliant. And he considers 3 very important people mentors there. Master Sergeant Michael Smith, retired Senior Master Sergeant David Bertlis, and retired Senior Master Sergeant Scotty Womack. Considers those people who had a big influence on his life. And while Elmendorf, he gets his first taste of the Air Mobility Command Rodeo, which tests different disciplines like aircraft maintenance, airport operations, and fitness in the joint environment. And during that competition, they win the Best Post-Flight or Best BPO competition. So next, the Chief heads to McCord, where he's a production supervisor or a pro super, ensuring aircraft are mission ready, generating sorties, and he deploys to Andrews to support the presidential election. He makes Senior Master Sergeant, deploys to Al Udeid and to Turkey, and again, he's tasked to go to support the rodeo. Does not exactly want to go, but understands that he's going to go where he's asked to go. And they don't do so well during the pre-flight competition. And after this event, his OIC says to the team that if they do well in the BPO post-flight, that he's going to shave his head. So Chief Cruz looks at the lieutenant and says, "Well, if you're shaving your head, I'm shaving my head." So they do well. 600 out of 600 points later, the Chief's in the middle of the camp getting his head shaved. And can you imagine that good-looking head of hair being shaved? That was a sight to see. Chief's team also, believe it or not, beats the Marine Corps out during the Fit to Fight competition. He does a great job. In 2008, the Chief heads to Hickam Air Force Base, where he works on the 13th Air Force Logistics Staff, working theater logistics issues. He works in the Ops and Exercise Division, and while he's there, he makes Chief. He's back here supporting Red Flag Alaska, Northern Edge, Vigilant Shield, and he supports the Pacific Air Power Symposium for the PACF Command Chief at the time, in New Zealand and then in Singapore. Then in 2012, the Chief returns to Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson, where he PCS into the 3rd Maintenance Squadron, and he calls it the best squadron he's ever been in. He loves the squadron, loves the people, and he really loves helping airmen with the absolute toughest challenge. Again, in Famali. Always trying to make people better, always sacrificing for others. And during this assignment, lots of big things happen for the Chief. He earns his bachelor's degree and makes the Dean's List. He marries Regina, the love of his life. And he deploys to Kuwait, and his grandson, Caden, and Caden gets whatever he wants. Caden is born. So in closing, Chief, I've been very proud to serve with you every day. In language of my people, Sidus Masi, thank you for your incredible service. Again, I'm honored to be a part of the culmination of the career of a great leader, a proud Chamorro, and an airman's airman. Yours is truly a tradition of honor and a legacy of valor. But rest for now, my friend, for you've served honorably, nobly, and with distinction. You've stood the watch. And now those young airmen out here today and around the world, that you trained, cared for, and inspired, they'll take the shift, they'll grab a toolbox, and roll out. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Colonel Flores. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of the Air Force Meritorious Service Medal and the official retirement.
Publish the order.
Attention to orders. Citation to accompany the award of the Air Force Meritorious Service Medal, Silver Oak Leaf Cluster, to Chief Master Sergeant Vicente B. Cruz, Jr., for meritorious service from 10 August 2012 to 31 October 2016. Chief Master Sergeant Vicente B. Cruz distinguished himself in the performance of outstanding service to the United States as Squadron Chief Enlisted Manager, 3rd Maintenance Squadron, 3rd Maintenance Group, 3rd Wing, Joint Base Elmendorf, Richardson, Alaska. During this period, Chief Cruz identified a shortfall in one of the squadron's flights. He reassigned key personnel and provided vision, decreasing maintenance safety and technical data violations by 50% and incidents by 80%. Additionally, Chief Cruz led the Wing's most diverse and largest squadron of over 500 total force enterprise personnel from 14 Air Force specialty codes and 5 flights, supporting 59 C-17, F-22, and E-3 aircraft. His dedication facilitated the completion of 47,200 aircraft maintenance actions, generating 54,500 flying hours. Furthermore, Chief Cruz managed the execution of a $1.8 million budget and finalized 183 transactions, achieving unmatched mission success. Finally, Chief Cruz's leadership and management skills epitomized the Air Force core values and set maintenance standards, resulting in the Wing's 2014 Air Force Outstanding Unit Award, the Squadron's 2014 Air Force Effectiveness Award, and the group winning the PACAF Pacific Air Force Clement McMullen Memorial Medallion Weapon System Maintenance Trophies in 2012, 2013, and 2015. The singularly distinctive accomplishment of Chief Cruz culminates a long and distinctive career in the service of his country and reflects great credit upon himself and the United States Air Force. Colonel Flores will now retire Chief Master Sergeant Cruz from the United States Air Force upon 30 years and 1 month of active duty service.
Publish the order.
Attention to order. In accordance with Special Order Number Alpha Charlie 002-972, dated 22 January 2016, Chief Master Sergeant Vicente B. Cruz Jr., effective 31 October 2016, you are relieved from active duty. 3rd Maintenance Squadron, 3rd Maintenance Group, 3rd Wing, Joint Base Elmendorf, Richardson, Alaska, Pacific Air Forces. Retired, effective 01 November 2016, per Air Force Instruction 363203, in the grade of Chief Master Sergeant by order of Secretary of the Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Colonel Flores will now present the certificate of retirement from the Chief of Staff of the Air Force and the 3rd Wing Commander, which reads, "To all who shall see these presents, greetings. This is to certify that Chief Master Sergeant Vicente B. Cruz, having served faithfully and honorably, was retired from the United States Air Force on the first day of November 2016. Signed, Christopher J. Niemeyer, Colonel, 3rd Wing, United States Air Force, and Mark A. Welsh, General, Chief of Staff, United States Air Force." In honor of Chief Master Sergeant Cruz's retirement, we have a letter of appreciation from former President George W. Bush, which reads as follows. Chief Master Sergeant Vicente B. Cruz Jr., United States Air Force. Dear Ben, congratulations on your retirement from the United States Armed Forces. I am proud to have served as your Commander-in-Chief, and I am pleased to join your friends, families, and colleagues in recognizing your career and accomplishments. Throughout history, the dedication of men and women of our military have protected the citizens and preserved the idea that makes our country strong. Their courage and sacrifice have inspired countless people to have helped shape Americans' character. On behalf of the grateful nation, I thank you for your contributions to our security and to the cause of peace and freedom. Your service, patriotism, and selfless devotion have helped advance the universal hope of liberty at home and around the world. Laura and I send our wishes for health and happiness in the years ahead. May God bless you, and may God continue to bless America. Sincerely, George W. Bush. An additional certificate of appreciation from the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force reads as follows. Chief Master Sergeant Vicente B. Cruz Jr., I am proud to join your friends, family, in congratulating you on your retirement from the United States Air Force and the achievement and contributions you have made throughout your career that are inclusive of the core values of our service. Your retirement was well deserved, but your selfless contributions will be sorely missed. On behalf of all airmen, thank you for your faithful and devoted service to our nation. As this chapter of your life closes, a new one begins. I hope the years ahead are filled with more great memories and continued success. Signed, James A. Cody, Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force. A letter of congratulations from Colonel Niemeyer, 3rd Wing Commander, Joint Base Elmendorf, Richardson, Alaska, reads as follows. Dear Chief Master Sergeant Cruz, I'd like to wish you, Regina, the children, Corey, Desiree, and Jade, congratulations on the occasion of your retirement from active duty service to our country. You contributed directly to the many accomplishments of the 3rd Wing. Your devotion to duty and the outstanding support for the Air Force mission has been recorded solidly throughout your career. On the occasion of your departure from active duty, let me express my sincere desire for your continued success as I join with your many friends and families in the 3rd Wing in wishing you and your family the very best. Sincerely, Christopher J. Niemeyer, Colonel, 3rd Wing Commander. Every retiree receives a special retirement pin as a memento of their active duty service. At this time, we invite Chief Master Sergeant Cruz's wife, Regina, to the stage to place the retirement pin on Chief Master Sergeant Cruz's left lapel to symbolize his transition from active duty to retired status. This pin may be worn proudly to show others the years of commitment and service which you, Chief Master Sergeant Cruz, has dedicated to the United States Air Force. The dedication and service and commitment of a spouse often goes unrecognized. Today we take a moment to recognize Mrs. Regina Cruz for the sacrifice, loyalty, and devotion she has shown for both her husband and the United States Air Force. A certificate of appreciation from the Chief of Staff of the Air Force and the 3rd Wing Commander reads as follows. In grateful appreciation, the United States Air Force presents this certificate of recognition to Mrs. Regina T. Cruz for the commitment and numerous contributions that she made, positive impacts on the national defense. Thank you for your support, which gave strength and purpose to your spouse's service. Signed, Christopher J. Niemeyer, Colonel, 3rd Wing Commander, United States Air Force, and Mark A. Welch, General, Chief of Staff, United States Air Force. An additional certificate of appreciation from the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force reads as follows. On behalf of all Air Force airmen and their families, the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force presents this certificate of appreciation to Mrs. Regina T. Cruz. I join your spouse, friends, and families in thanking you for your numerous contributions and sacrifice you made in support of your United States Air Force. Your dedication gives strength and purpose to your spouse's service in the defense of our nation. Signed, James A. Cody, Chief Master Sergeant, United States Air Force. Chief Master Sergeant Cruz would now like to recognize his wife, Regina, for supporting him during his Air Force career with a small token of his appreciation. The J-Bear Honor Guard will now present the flag folding ceremony.
more than 200 years, the American flag has been the symbol of our nation's unity, as well as a source of pride and inspiration for millions of citizens. Born on June 14, 1777, the Second Continental Congress determined that the flag of the United States be 13 stripes, alternating between 7 red and 6 white, and that the Union be 13 stars, white in a blue field representing a new constellation. Between 1777 and 1960, the shape and design of the flag evolved into the flag presented before you today. The 13 horizontal stripes represent the original 13 colonies, while the stars represent the 50 states of the Union. The colors of the flag are symbolic as well. Red symbolizes hardiness and valor. White signifies purity and innocence, and blue represents vigilance, perseverance, and justice. Traditionally, a symbol of liberty, the American flag has carried the message of freedom and inspired Americans both at home and abroad. In 1814, Francis Scott Key was so moved at seeing the stars and stripes waving after the British shelling of Baltimore's Fort McHenry that he wrote the words, "The Star-Spangled Banner." In 1892, the flag inspired Francis Bellamy to write the Pledge of Allegiance, our most famous flag salute and patriotic oath. In July 1969, the American flag was flown in space when Neil Armstrong planted on the surface of the moon. Today, our flag flies on the constellations of Air Force satellites that circle our globe, and on the fin flash of our aircraft in harm's way in every corner of the world. Indeed, it flies in the heart of every airman who serves our great nation. The sun never sets on our U.S. Air Force, nor on the flag we so proudly cherish. Since 1776, no generation of Americans have been spared the responsibility of defending freedom. Today's airmen remain committed to preserving the freedom that others won for us for generations to come. By displaying the flag and giving it a distinctive feel, we show respect for the flag and express our gratitude to those individuals who fought and continue the fight for freedom at home and abroad. Since the dawn of the 20th century, airmen have proudly flown the flag in every major conflict on lands and skies around the world. It is their responsibility, our responsibility, to continue to protect and preserve the rights, privileges, and freedoms that we as Americans enjoy today. The United States flag represents who we are. It stands for the freedom we all share and the pride and patriotism we feel for our country. We cherish its legacy as a beacon of hope to one and all. Long may it wave.
Thank you, Honor Guard. Master Sergeant Michael S. Ferrandino of the 3rd Maintenance Squadron Wolverine Top Platoon will present Chief Master Sergeant Cruz with a token of appreciation for his outstanding leadership and mentorship. Sergeant Houston would now like to present a special presentation for the 3rd Maintenance Squadron.
It's a sign of respect.
Chief Master Sergeant Brian Roy of the Jaybird Chiefs Group will present the token of appreciation to Chief Master Sergeant Cruz. Chief Roy.
Okay. I'm going to say a couple words where you can hear them. If I can get all the Chiefs, the Chiefs group, come on up with me, please. Holy cow. Can support us all, not sure. Colonel, this was the softball team. Oh my gosh. To the maintainers, make sure this thing is structurally safe, Charles. No doubt. So sometimes you get asked to do these and speak on people, whether it's a going away or a retirement, and you might not really know the person. You go, ooh, I don't really know what I'm going to say about him. But I can tell you that he is not one of these guys, and I think all these people up here on this stage is a testament to that. He really has had a far-reaching impact, and I would say that Colonel Flores did leave out a career highlight about him, in that he has been a mentor to Chiefs, especially young Chiefs like me. Ben's a guy that I was immediately attracted to for his abilities and just his wisdom that he has, and he just has that about him. Colonel Flores, what was that word again that you used for the island word? Eniphamalik. Hopefully I did that some justice. But that is the epitome of who this guy is. So Ben, just know that you've left a far-reaching impact on the Air Force, not just on the airmen, but on Chiefs as well. And we're going to try to live up to your example and continue to pay it forward. So on behalf of all the Chiefs up here on the stage, we'd like to present you this sockeye salmon. I'm sure I'll see you in the Russian. Are you going to be around? Are you leaving? Don't know? Okay. So you'll be snagging all the fish away from me. Snagging. That's been a real pleasure. One more, guys. One more.
Thank you, Chief Roy. On behalf of the men and women of the 3rd Maintenance Squadron, Chief Master Sergeant Jeffrey Schaefer and Master Sergeant T. Wade Register will now present the traditional shadow box to Chief Master Sergeant Cruz. Chief Master Sergeant Cruz, this shadow box is a visual representation of the selfless dedication to duty and the personal sacrifices you have made during a distinguished Air Force career. The tradition of presenting a shadow box to a retiring warrior is born of the early British custom. In the days of sail, it was considered bad luck for a sailor upon final departure from a ship to allow his shadow to hit the pier before he himself departed the ship. In order to ensure no misfortune would befall their fellow shipmate, the crew would construct a box of the finest timber and place within it all things that reflected his accomplishments. Only then could the man with the shadow of himself in hand safely depart the ship and go ashore once and for all. Most importantly, not represented in this shadow box is the many sacrifices your family and loved ones have made to support you during your career. You may display this box in a prominent place where all who see it will know that Chief Master Sergeant Vicente B. Cruz Jr. served his country with dedication, sacrifice, and above all else, with honor. Thank you, Chief and Senior Master Sergeant. Chief Master Sergeant Cruz would like to recognize his daughters, Desiree and Jade, with a small token of his appreciation. As I read a letter of appreciation for Desiree and Jade from the 3rd Week Commander, as it reads as follows. In the great appreciation, the United States Air Force presents certificates of appreciation to Desiree L. Cruz and Jade D. Cruz for the commitment and numerous contributions that made positive impacts to the nation's defense. Thank you for the support which gave strength and purpose to your father's service. Signed, Christopher J. Niemeyer, Colonel, 3rd Wing Commander, United States Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor and pleasure to present to you the outstanding leader, the exceptional professional, the 2001 Alaska State Champ, Bow Champ, Chief Master Sergeant Vicente B. Cruz, United States Air Force, retired.
Thank you very much, everybody, for coming here. Of course, the goal is for me not to break down, and I'm having a hard time doing that already as it is. I talked to a retired chief just the other day, and he said just as well how, in his retirement, it's easy for us to come up and speak and everything else, but I'm having a hard time. I'll let you know that now. My goal here is not to take up too much of your time. I do want to thank Colonel Flores for officiating. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much. And I'm very happy that I met you that night during the ceremony, and thank you for officiating my retirement. Georgian boys, thank you for coming out. Thank you, Colonel Nimai, Colonel Sparrow, Chief Wolf, Colonel Merrick, Mr. Ransom, Chief Levonic, Chief Barry, commanders, chiefs, civilians, airmen, NCOs, senior NCOs, Air Force Reserve, and Guard team members. Thank you very much. Captain Navarrete, thank you for the invocation. I appreciate it. Thank you, Master Sergeant Select Dela Cruz, for emceeing. I know you didn't have a choice. Because when I was determining who was going to be officiating and proffering, I was like, you know what? I've seen Dela Cruz, and I'm going to have him do that. I didn't give him a choice. Just as well, for Tech Sergeant Select Camacho, thank you for proffering. No choice there too. Senior Airman Brown, Senior Airman Daly, and A1C Pangilinan, thank you for taking care of my precious family. Thank you, Master Sergeant Ferrandino, for spearheading, and Master Sergeant Hofstad for taking care of this whole retirement ceremony for me. For all those involved as well, thank you very much. You guys have done an excellent job. Thank you to my great friends and Air Mobility Command Airlift Rodeo team members and warriors, Master Sergeant Select Gary Hicks, and from Germany, Senior Master Sergeant Rob Nick. I think the plan here is to drink water if I'm going to get emotional. Okay? So if you see me drinking water, you know how much emotion I'm getting. I have a quote from General Hubert J. Hawk Carlisle, U.S. Air Force Commander. He was commander of 13th Air Force when I was there. And he shared a few words during Commander's Call at Hickam, Hawaii. These words were what he lived by, and they were the 5 fives, is what he called them. The last two, I may not be correct, but I think they're appropriate. There were faith, family, friends, fun, and food. They're essential to life. Okay? With that, I would like to thank God. Thank you very much for everything that He has done for me. He has paved the path of my Air Force career and my life. Thank you to my family, and my wife and best friend, Regina. My beautiful daughters. My grandson, Caden. Thank you for being here today. Think I need a shot. Water's not doing it. Although they are not here, I want to thank my son Corey, my son-in-law Donovan, my father and mother-in-law, Anthony and Lena July, better known as Angelina. My mother, Guadalupe Mofness, and especially my father, Vicente B. Cruz Sr. He was hard on me as I grew up on the island of Guam, but he made me what I am today, a chief. I couldn't help it. I want to thank some special friends, families, and mentors, such as my best friend, Ed Gloss, retired Master Sergeant Michael Smith, retired Senior Master Sergeants David Burtless, Scotty Womack, Joy Hammond, Bob Christie. There's Tony Davenport. I got some retired chiefs here as well. Daniel Romano, Raymond Holland, and Paul Cruz. I got some uncles that inspired me. In particular, retired Master Sergeant Major and Army Hall of Fame Ranger, Roy Leon. His brother, a Sergeant Major as well, Jesse Leon, and their brother-in-law, Master Chief Petty Officer Anthony Blas. Those guys, as they were transitioning to Vietnam War and going back and forth as they came, as a little boy, I would walk up and I'd say, "Where's my uniform?" Here it is, I guess. I do want to highlight some key points that brought me to where I am today. Most of you guys know what they are. And most, if not all, of these key points were pulled from an organizational behavior Tools for Success book written by Gene Phillips and Stan Dillon. Attitude. Attitude, the quote is, "If you can, you can. If you think you can't, you're absolutely correct then. You can't do it." That was from Mary Kay Ash, founder of Mary Kay Cosmetics. Attitude is everything. If you don't got it, basically, you're not going to be able to do it. I've come in with a positive attitude. I tell you, I'm never in everything else. Hey, you know what? If you don't got it, I'm here to help you out. I'm not here to break you down and tear you up, but if I can help you get a better attitude, let's do that. There's decision making. And it's be willing to make decisions. That's the most important quality in a good leader. Don't fall victim to what I call the ready aim syndrome. You must be willing to fire. That was from General George S. Patton, General in World War II. As a follower, previous follower, and the leader just as well, I mean, I hate it. I'm sure most, if not everybody that I know, hate a leader that will not make a decision. Get the facts, figure it all out, and make a decision. Whether it's yes or no, it's a decision. Somebody's got to make it. Excuse me. Communication. You have to communicate like you've never communicated before. People must feel the excitement of tomorrow instead of the pain of today. You can accomplish these by talking honestly about both. That was from Jack Welch, former General Electric CEO. If I were to pick one word to tell somebody right now, communication is the key to success. If you cannot communicate, you cannot get your point across, there is nothing you can do to make anything happen. You've got to be able to communicate and communicate well. Opportunity. During a Chiefs panel while deployed to Kuwait, a young staff sergeant asked me and the panel to describe what was a positive opportunity and what was a negative opportunity to our Air Force careers. That was kind of interesting, but I provided my positive opportunity as being able to join the Air Force and make the best of what I have today. Here I am today, a Chief Master Sergeant of 30 years. It's my retirement, and I'm here with you all. I thank you. What a great opportunity, and thank you again. Now, my negative opportunity is missing the time to help and listen to airmen, friends, and counterparts. We don't have all the time in the world to touch everybody. But if I can touch somebody based on spending a little time here and there helping you guys out, then I'm here. Whether in the Air Force or in retirement, down on the Russian River, right? I'm here. Fun. I firmly believe that we can have fun at what we do or just be grumpy and hate life. I've always told my team members as we work together that we can enjoy work or we can hate it. It's your choice. If there was any conflict with anyone I've contacted or worked with, please understand, it is nothing personal. It's business. We got to do what we got to do. Okay? I'm a maintainer. We're getting it done. Success and happiness. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you're doing, you will be successful. That was from a philosopher, Albert Schweitzer. Within the last few years, a lot has happened in my life. My grandson, Caden, was born. I deployed to Kuwait. I married my lovely wife and best friend, Regina, with my beautiful family and daughters, Jade and Desiree, by my side. I received my bachelor's degree, and now I am retiring. I love the Air Force and what I do. Honestly, I do not want to retire because of the unknown. But most of all, I truly love what I do. I love the Air Force. The last 30 years have gone by fast, and it will go by fast for you all as well. Before you know it, you will be having a retirement ceremony just like this today. I hope you don't get as emotional as I am. But it's tough. Okay? Thank you all again for coming. Please join me in beverages of your choice and some food. I got some hula hands. I hope you didn't eat a big lunch out in the lounge. And that's the food part that I wanted to throw out. So there you go. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief Master Sergeant Cruz. Chief Master Sergeant Cruz, your leadership to the men and women of the United States Air Force, especially within the maintenance career field, has been profound and far-reaching. You will always be part of our Air Force family. We wish you and your family every success and every happiness, whatever the future may bring you. We thank you once again for your faithful service and dedication. Thank you. Undankulu Nesexus Masi. Please remain standing for the playing of the Air Force song and the departure of the official party. This concludes today's ceremony. Please join us across the hall for your food and refreshment, and to congratulate Chief Master Cruz and his family on this momentous occasion. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming and joining us today.